Welcome, dear friends, to the Valorant Winter Championship breakdown. 16 teams duked it out for the lion's share of a $25,000 prize pool to kick off the 2021 Valorant competitive calendar. After the dust settled from 5 days of competition, one team, against all odds, stood above the rest.
However, as he has to go in aggressive here, he uses his lead, dashes his way across. Lucio already with 3, but sick! Oh, sick!
Down to Miller, feeling a little light.
Is available. Oh, and there's the flash for Sunny, and the spray down is...
Before we talk about the winner of the week, let's take a gander and see how we got here. Let's kick this bad boy off with the first semifinals match between Luminosity Gaming and Equinox Esports. Luminosity clashed with Equinox in a banger of a series that took 3 maps to settle. Luminosity came off of a marathon big win against the newly minted NRG roster, which included not 1 but 2 overtime matches, one with the final score of 19-17, which very well may set the record for the longest match of all time. Equinox had to deal with plenty themselves as they took on the up-and-coming stars on Built by Gamers, yet managed to make quick work of them on their way to a 2-0 sweep, which set the stage for the semifinal match. LG showed no signs of slowing down after their gauntlet of a match on the opening map of the semifinal split. After a strong 7-5 start by Equinox, a Proto and Thief played masterfully on the defending side as they repeatedly rose to the occasion as they took map 1 13-11. Map 2 had a notably different tune as both teams battled it out on Ascent. It was close, up until it really wasn't.
What a shot! Holy cow!
And that led us to Haven, the deciding map that looked like it very well may have been Equinox's for the taking. They started off hot, working their way to an 8-4 score at half and winning 5 of the final 6 rounds before the switch. And then everything went sideways. Luminosity refused to close the book on their Cinderella run and had a downright clinical performance in the second half. They allowed just one round to go in favor of Equinox and played near perfect defense on Haven to take the map 13-9, the series 2-1, and earned a chance to play in the grand finals. Give me 1 second. All right, maybe longer than 1 second. On the other side of the bracket, the second semifinal matchup was a highly anticipated one between 2 of North America's top teams. Sentinels, a household name in the Valorant space for many months now, were looking to continue to build on the momentum of a first place finish at the JBL Quantum Cup after a less than desirable early exit at First Strike. Meanwhile, Andbox emerged from their group unscathed and were fresh off of a big win against Cloud9 Blue in a series that went the distance. Sentinels chose Icebox as the first map in this best of 3, and while it was a strong start for Andbox on the defending side, Sentinels went on to show why they wanted to play here first. Sick and Dapper led the charge for Sentinels as they each posted a 22-14 stat line on their way to a 1-0 series lead. History suggested that Andbox should fare better on their map pick Ascent, as they brought a 12-6 record into the fold, but fate had other plans. It turns out Sentinels are pretty damn good on Ascent as well, and got it to halftime with a 10-2 lead on the defending side. The deficit was insurmountable, and Andbox fell to the North American Giants 13-6 to lose the series. Andbox would go on to play Equinox for the 3rd place match with money on the line. It was a tightly contested 3-map affair, but Andbox walked away with the 3rd place finish. And that set the stage for the grand finals. Sentinels entered the finals as what many consider to be the favorites, but LG showed all week that they would not go quietly into that good night. The best of 5 grand finals would be no different. Luminosity showed defensive excellence on Icebox in the first half yet again, as they managed to get spike diffuses on 6 of the 12 rounds in the half, which is quite frankly incredible. Their 8-4 lead at half would be short-lived as Sentinels put up an 8-4 half of their own to take the opener into overtime. LG showed once again that overtime is their playground, as they took map 1, which was Sentinels' map pick, 15-13. Map 2 was another slugfest that ended with LG on top. They roared out of the gates to a 9-3 lead at half, with all 9 of those rounds being won back-to-back. Sentinels, however, clawed their way back into the map with an impressive attacking performance of their own that fell just a bit short. The heavy favorites found themselves down 0-2, staring down the barrel of a sweep. That took us to Split. The 3rd map of the series started off looking like LG putting the finishing touches on a work of art. They took an 8-4 lead at half, they won the pistol and the eco in the second half to take a 10-4 lead as they looked to deal the final blow to knock Sentinels out. Sentinels, however, had entirely different plans. They rattled off 8 rounds in a row to get to match point before besting Luminosity 13-11. The series was far from over. Sick led the charge for Sentinels for what seems like the millionth time as they fought off LG on map 4, Haven. They looked great on both halves, with a little magic from the likes of Sinatra and Dapper, while LG were really never able to get anything going. Folks, we were going to map 5. Luminosity found themselves in a situation many teams dread. A 2-0 lead in the grand finals best of 5 had vanquished.
That just shouldn't happen.
All momentum was gone and the loss looked almost inevitable. But Luminosity, as they had done all week, dug deeper into their reservoir to prove that they belonged. A 7-5 performance put them a mere 6 rounds away from the title. But for Sentinels, that's really where the hope ended. LG won the pistol and the eco on their way to winning 5 of the first 6 rounds of the second half and a total of 8 to knock out their Goliath and win the series 3-2.
That is it! LG are your champions!
The debut of the new Luminosity gaming roster proved to be more than the field could handle, as they defied the odds and surprised many along the way to being crowned winners of the Nerd Street Gamers Valorant Winter Championships. I'm EsportsDoug. Stay fresh.